Alright, today's episode, I'm working on this Nissan Titan. You guys seen this thing a couple times in my videos. I'm actually gonna pull the engine out of this, and I'm gonna put it in that one. There's another one. I have another Titan. Can't see it, but it's over there. Show it to you tomorrow when it's light out. But yeah, I'm removing the engine, the drivetrain, everything. I'm gonna swap out this doors to my dad's truck because he has the manual doors. This one's automatic. I'm also gonna be removing the rear diff right there and swapping it out also on my dad's truck. So that's what I'm doing for this episode. Stay tuned. First thing, we're gonna remove the hood. Now we're jacking her up to get started, draining all the fluids. Alright, so I disconnected the sensor right here, my airflow sensor. Loosen this clamp. What you do, take this hose out of the back here, and this one out of this one. Out, pop those two tabs, and voila. That's how you take out the air box on that. And I've been draining the fluids, tranning, oil, transfer case, all that. Alright, next I'm just gonna make way on all the lines here. Take this whole air box out. Just, if you need parts, let me know. I got parts for days. Okay, update. We drained all the fluids. We removed the power steering cooler, power steering lines. All the lines are just tucked away somewhere else, like right there. We removed the battery tray, disconnected the computer. And I'm getting ready to put this over here. And I gotta disconnect those hoses in there. We also took out the exhaust. The exhaust was taken out. It was a pain in the butt, but it's out. Took out the drive shafts, both drive shafts. Okay, disconnected the O2 sensors here. Like I said, drained everything. Transfer case, transmission, oil. Now, everything's gonna come out. I gotta still disconnect the link here for the transmission shifter. Gotta disconnect that still. But everything else should come out. Everything else should come out together, all the wiring, all the hoses, lines. So, it's a lot of work, but gotta do it. Need a truck again. Corvette back, so I traded for my Raptor. Gave him some cash on top. So sacrifices come to those, the weight. Not sacrifices, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so that's gonna be my new truck. This is the one that I'm putting the engine in. It's got a bad engine. It's not a bad truck. There's the GTR or the GT Skyline R34. But yeah, this is gonna be the truck that motor's going into. And then that's gonna be the truck the rear diff is going into. Because that rear diff's weaker and that other one's good. It's better. Alright, so we took off the manifold because we gotta take the tranny off. Because I was gonna take the whole thing out, but I'm just gonna take the engine out. And to get to the one of the starter bolts, you gotta actually I could have got from the back, but this will make it easier for me to grab the engine somewhere to pull it out. So that's why I did this also, to not damage anything. All right, so I'm getting ready to take the engine out. I grabbed it from the cat in the back, and then from this bracket, from the power steering bracket on this side. So that's how I'm gonna get it out. So stay tuned. Guys, so we have the engine out. It was a little pain in the butt because you have to remove the front diff. Just right there, you gotta remove that to get that engine out the way I did. There's other ways to remove it. I know people remove the cats, the manifolds, and then you pull the engine right out to the top. That's a little bit more work, I think, in my case, because I already had the front end taken away. So right now I'm gonna try to take the tranny out because I don't be getting rid of, you know, this truck. So we're gonna take the doors off and switch them over to that truck. I already disconnected it. It's one plug to remove the doors. So that's what I'm doing now. All right, so we got one door out. We went through, just opened the door and then went through this way. So there's one door. Now I'm about to take the other one out and put it in here. So we ran into a problem. We had to change the whole harness behind the dash in order to get it to work. So that's what we're doing now. It's a mess, but gotta do it. Okay, update, removing all the wiring. It's on this side now. And it's a hectic wiring day. I broke one of them, the one that mounts back there. But I'm gonna just switch out the whole thing anyway from the other truck. So it's a pain in the butt, but hey, we're gonna have power windows instead of the other ones that were manual. Show you manual windows. So now we're gonna have power windows, and all this work is just for power windows, but you gotta do it. All right, so we got the tranny out. This thing was a pain in the butt. We had to cut the frame right there. Well, not the frame, but the little bar, the mounting point that goes underneath, because that was seized in there. As you can see, it's really hard. On the new truck, on the other truck, I don't know how it's gonna come out, but hopefully it comes out good. Yeah, but we had a lot of work going on today. Today's Saturday, and we just killed it. I'm still taking out the wiring. I got it all off the dash, so all I have to do is get that wire that goes down, I guess, to the middle of here, because there's the ABS box down there. So I think that's the last thing I got to do to get that whole harness out and then put the new one in. Like I said, this is a lot of work, but we're doing it. You know, I quit the dealerships to not do this type of work, but look, I'm still doing it. No more dealerships, but I'm still doing it at home. So keep watching. Let's get this done. All right, so this is more work than I thought, but I got myself into it again. in order to get these windows working. We have to replace the body control module, which looks like that, and it's underneath the dash right there. You can get to it without removing the dash. Also, I'm replacing the key fob sensor in here. You know, I'm just replacing the whole thing, so I don't have those bolts. They're special bolts to go in there. I can take them out, but then I don't feel like putting, you know, any type of bolt on there. So what I'm doing is that's how they look. They break when you put them on right there. So I'm just chopping out the whole thing since I have it. You know, it's a parts truck, but that's something you have to get if you do something like this to your Titan. So the back's gonna be toned and the front's gonna be gray. It's a custom truck for my dad, but you know, we're getting it work. Let's keep working. Hey, you have to remove your battery to get to the ECU, and it's 2 bolts, one up here and one down there hidden. So you want to loosen this up, move it a little bit, and get it with a long wrench like this, and then it just plugs in and plugs out. 2 plugs out. All right, so we started to put the dash back on, mounted the airbag. Careful with them cables, I broke them and I had to splice them. But yeah, that's, you have to remove the whole 3-row seat or whatever you have, the console, to get to the fuse box there for the SRS computer, whatever they want to call it, and then you gotta go and take that off. All right, so we're making progress, putting everything back together. Just got a few more panels, seats, and then we're done. This is a big project, 2-day project or 3, with this video too.